Got halfway through deleting our pictures before I stopped on one from June. You were laughing in the passenger seat with your feet up on the dashboard. And suddenly I couldn't breathe right, like heartbreak restarted itself. Crazy how a single photo can ruin your entire night. So now there's 2,000 memories still sitting inside my phone, because part of me keeps hoping this isn't really over. And maybe that sounds stupid now, but love makes people strange, especially when somebody leaves and takes your future with their name. You once said I overthink everything. Guess you were right about that, 'cause now every little detail feels like something I should've fixed back then. I keep rewriting the ending, like somehow my brain still believes there's a version of that night where you stayed instead of leaving. Maybe in one version I don't raise my voice first. Maybe I'll hold you closer instead of making everything worse. Maybe we sit there honestly instead of acting tough. Maybe we finally admit that love has started getting hard for us. But real life doesn't rewind itself, no matter how badly you want it to. So now I live with the version that happened, the one where you walked out slowly, the one where I stood in silence afterward, feeling something inside me collapsing. And I swear I still hear that door shut every time my apartment gets quiet, like heartbreak leaves permanent sound inside the people who survive it. Your side of the closet stayed untouched for almost 2 whole months, 'cause seeing empty space that suddenly felt physically unbearable, I started sleeping with the TV on, just to avoid my own thoughts. 'Cause silence got dangerous after I lost your voice in my life. And everybody around me kept saying you'll be okay eventually, while I was barely surviving mornings without checking if you texted me overnight. Nobody tells you healing mostly looks like exhausting repetition. I keep rewriting the ending while you probably barely revisit it. And maybe that's what destroys me most, how differently we experience this. Because for me the world completely changed, well maybe for you it just shifted slightly. God, I wish I knew how to stop turning old memory into emergencies. Last week I found your old voicemail, the one where you laughed halfway through talking, and for a second everything came back. Your apartment, your hands, your tired eyes, the way you used to say my name when you were trying to calm me down. And I had to sit on the bathroom floor, because grief still knows exactly where to hit me. I thought losing you would happen once, but it keeps happening repeatedly. Through songs, through random nights, through conversations, through ordinary moments that suddenly don't feel survivable anymore. So I keep rewriting the ending, even though I know it won't change anything, because part of me still can't understand how somebody can promise forever and then disappear into memory. And maybe one day I'll stop replaying it. Maybe one day your name won't ache inside me, but tonight you still feel close enough to touch and impossibly far away at the same time. Some nights I still expect you to come back before reality settles in again. You left like it was easy, like we were just another phase, like 4 years could fit inside one conversation in the rain. And I stood there trying to understand how your voice stayed so calm while mine completely fell apart, just hearing we're done. I think part of me still waits for you to say you made a mistake, because nobody walks away that easy unless they already left before. And maybe you were grieving us while I still thought we were yours. Now every room inside this apartment feels colder than before, and I swear your absence echoes louder than your voice ever did before. Your toothbrush stayed for 2 more weeks, like even you weren't fully sure. But eventually you took that too, and suddenly it's earlier. I saw you last Friday night outside that little bar near downtown. You were laughing with your friends, like nothing heavy ever happened between us. You looked healthier somehow, like sleep finally found you again, while I stood there pretending my hands weren't shaking in my pockets. And the weirdest part was hearing your voice without hearing my name inside it, like I used to belong somewhere in your life, and now I'm just another person passing through it. Nobody talks about this part where someone still exists but no longer belongs to you at all. You became someone I have to pretend not to know, someone I walk past quietly, someone I can't call anymore. Even when life gets hard for me and every memory feels confusing now, 'cause you're still alive somewhere, just not beside me. God, I never thought losing you would feel this unfinished. I still remember your birthday, or the way you hated crowded rooms, the songs you played when your anxiety got bad, the exact face you made when you were trying not to cry. And now all those little details just live inside my head, alone with nowhere to go, because missing somebody silently is probably the loneliest thing I've ever known. I thought heartbreak would feel dramatic, but mostly it just feels empty. You became someone I had to pretend not to know, and honestly I'm terrible at it, 'cause every street around this city still somehow leads back to you. And I know time keeps moving forward, but my chest still reacts the same every time somebody mentions you, like my body never accepted the change. Sometimes I wonder if you ever stop in the middle of ordinary days and think about me suddenly, the way I still think about you. Like hearing a song in a grocery store, smelling smoke outside a train station, or seeing someone with my haircut and feeling your stomach drop for half a second. I try replacing your memory with noise, with people, with movement, but grief is stubborn, especially when it's attached to someone who once felt permanent. Now you're somebody I politely avoid instead of the person I told everything to. And I swear that's the cruelest part, nothing actually happened overnight. You just slowly stopped loving me while I kept loving you normally. And now I carry all these memories alone, like they belong to somebody who died, instead of somebody who simply moved on. You're still here somewhere, that's what makes it hurt differently. I still check your street before I sleep, like somehow you'll be outside, smoking with your hood pulled up, staring to nothing like before. I know it sounds pathetic now, but habits don't disappear that clean, especially when they were built around someone you thought you'd never leave. And I hate how you still live in me, through little things I cannot change, through songs, old texts, empty parking lots, and every road with your name. I thought time was supposed to fix this, but time just made it hurt slower. Now every night feels like surviving someone I thought I'd grow old with. You used to fall asleep first, with your hand still holding mine, and now I stay awake till sunrise, just trying not to lose my mind. things you don't say during breakups usually hurt the most. Like how long you'd been unhappy before you finally told me. Or how many nights you stayed awake wondering if we were done, while I was still talking about next year like we already won. Nobody teaches you how to lose somebody slowly over time, how they can still kiss you normally while already saying goodbye inside. And now every memory feels different because I know what you were hiding then. God, I wish I could go back before we became strangers, pretending. You kept saying nothing's wrong right until everything was, and maybe that's what destroys people. Not the ending, but the trust. I don't think you miss me like I miss you. I think you got your life back. Well, mine still feels paused somewhere between your goodbye and now. You probably sleep better lately, probably laugh without forcing it, while I still drive around at midnight trying not to text you drunk again. And maybe that's the hardest part, knowing I meant less in the end. Because if you felt even half this pain, you would have reached out by now. But silence tells the truth eventually, even when people don't, and yours has been screaming lately that I'm the only one still holding on. My friends are getting tired of hearing the same stories about you, but grief repeats itself endlessly when somebody mattered that much. Your new boyfriend drives my dream car, and somehow that makes this worse. Like the universe got together and wrote the perfect way to hurt. He probably knows how to listen, he probably shows up on time, probably doesn't disappear emotionally every other night. And I know comparing kills you, but I still do it anyway. Now you're somewhere laughing freely while I'm drinking with old friends, trying not to bring you up again. coastline, wearing his hoodie this time. And honestly, I close my phone like I caught you cheating all